Hippocrates of Greece recognized the soul is the same in all living creatures, only the body is different. In Buddhism, this idea is similarly felt in that one can be reborn into several different realms, each consisting of a different form. However, in Buddhism, there is no idea of self or soul. It is, in a sense, an idea of nothingness. One of the realms into which one can be reborn, human beings are surrounded by every day: the animal realm. Animals are seen throughout Buddhism. The realm is depicted on the Wheel of Life, which displays the cyclic existence of the realms. They are also seen as sentient beings, and many animals are used throughout Buddhism for symbolism. However, their realm is one of suffering. In the Wheel of Life, there are 6 realms. One of these 6 is the animal realm. This Wheel of Life is held up to us as a mirror by Yama, the god of death. In this famous symbolic picture, there is a being holding up a great wheel in which the 6 realms are depicted as the spokes. It is believed Yama sends messages of impending old age, sickness, and death to human beings to remind them of their impermanence. Beginning at the top and moving clockwise, there is the heavenly realm, where divine beings, devas, are located. Here, everything is blissful, and it is a long life of godlike existence. The next realm is filled with asuras, the fighting demons, who are in a constant state of envy. The reason for their envy is that they share with the heavenly realm a tree. However, the trunk and roots lie in the demon realm, but the branches containing fruit are in the heavenly realm. Therefore, the divine beings simply help themselves to the majority of the heavenly fruit, while the fighting demons can only look after the trunk and roots. Following these realms is the animal realm, the only realm of deprivation whose inhabitants are visible to human beings at large, although its lines are somewhat blurred by the occasional inclusion of the nagas, magical serpents capable of assuming human form, their enemies, the garudas, half human, half bird of prey, and other hybrid beings. Following this realm is the hungry ghost, pretas, who exist in a constant state of hunger and craving, followed by the miserable realms or hells, of which there are 16. Here, beings are punished for crimes or sins they committed in another rebirth. Once their punishment is completed, they may be reborn into another realm. However, even though they have received their punishments, some people may still not have become better people for it, or fully repented for serious crimes committed in previous lives, so they may be reborn as animals or insects. The life of an animal is governed greatly by their instinct. As a result, their influence cannot exceed what is prescribed by their natures. Through intelligence, humans can exercise good or bad influence far beyond what seem to be natural limits. A shark may bite a surfer's leg dangling beneath the surface, but it cannot make a bomb capable of annihilating all life on the planet. The idea that the animal realm and the human realm are visible to one another is not the only similarity these realms share. Humans can use their intelligence to try to remove themselves from suffering, such as building a shelter to stay out of the cold, or mentally meditating to calm the mind. After the animal realm and completing the circle of the Wheel of Life, there's the human realm. That all human beings are born into one of the 6 states of existence, and are trapped in this cyclic existence of death and rebirth unless they can break free from attachment and desire, obtaining enlightenment. The concept of karma, which is often used but not truly understood, is that all beings are reborn into higher or lower realms, depending on their actions during life. For this reason, and for many other reasons besides karma, animals should be thought of as sentient beings and protected, not harmed. One way to view the idea of rebirth and not harming others is that all sentient beings have been our mothers in some part of our previous lives. Tashi tells the story of a Tibetan monk from the Abhidharma Ghosa. In the story, he is going door to door asking for food when he comes upon a house where a woman was eating fish curry and beating her dog, while a child sat on her lap. Through the power of intuitive knowledge, the monk saw the relationship between all four of them in their previous lives. From this he knew the fish was the rebirth of a woman's father, the dog had once been her mother, and the child had been her greatest enemy in her previous life. He thought to himself, "She is ignorantly beating her mother and eating her father's flesh." Observing this, he shed a tear and said, "Eating the flesh of her father, beating her mother's back, and nursing her enemy on her lap, should I laugh or cry at the play of the world?" Tashi describes the story of a hunter and a black dog chasing a deer that eventually runs into Milarepa, a famous Tibetan hermit who attained enlightenment in the 11th century. The deer rested in front of him without fear, and Milarepa felt compassion for the deer. He sang a holy song to the hunter. "There is plenty of time to shoot an arrow at a poor helpless deer, but not enough time to live forever. As you follow a deer to kill it, so does the Lord of Death follows you." Through this story, one is able to see how not killing needlessly is an important point Buddhism considers. The Buddha said, "Don't harm others, but accumulate merit for yourself by helping others." Buddhism is the one religion or train of thought that discusses the point of how animals should be treated and where their place is in the world. Buddhism also does not involve any practice of animal sacrifice, and the meat is only eaten if it is taken at least third hand. Throughout the Buddhist scriptures is found the Noble Eightfold Path. These 8 factors aim at promoting and perfecting the 3 essentials of Buddhist training and discipline, namely ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. From these main categories, one can find important aspects as to how Buddha believed animals should be treated. Many sentient beings are reborn as animals through karma, from microscopic bacteria to gigantic sea creatures, and like other forms of existence, they have the potential for enlightenment. Buddha Shakyamuni experienced existence in many different forms before he attained his awakened state, and uses these Jataka tales of his former lives in which he experienced life as predator and prey in animal form and some lives as a nobleman to teach many different themes. Many great Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have taught to work to empty the realms of samsara meaning the wandering on, the round of death and rebirth, into which beings driven by craving are repeatedly born. For beings of the upper realms, one can derive direct benefit from the teachings of a teacher. For ghosts, hell beings, and animals, the conditions of samsara will continue unless there is an opportunity to come in contact with or benefit from Buddha Dharma, Buddha doctrine, in other ways. Animals have also played a great role in symbolism in Buddhism. For example, the 3 poisons in the form of symbolic animals lay at the hub of the wheel of life. The pig, which will eat anything and is reputed to derive extended pleasure from the sex act, stands for desire. The serpent, which can be unpredictably deadly, stands for anger, and the cock, which will crow even at a bright moon and runs even with its head removed, is characteristic of ignorance or delusion. In Buddhism, animals can also play a major role in helping to describe the aspects of human nature. Some descriptions of meditation technique compare the mind's erratic behavior to a monkey or a hare. Shantideva, the great Buddhist teacher, says, "If this elephant of mind is bound on all sides by the cord of mindfulness, all fears disappear and complete happiness comes. All those enemies, all the tigers, lions, elephants, bears, serpents, resident in our mind as the various emotions, And all the keepers of hell, the demons and the horrors, all of these are bound by the mastery of your mind, and by taming that one mind all are subdued, because from the mind are derived all fears and immeasurable sorrows. In Western civilization, many people view animals as their pets and companions, or simply as food or labor for humans. To a person who understands existence from the perspective of the wheel of life, there is no hierarchy of animal forms. In general, Buddhists view animals as having minimal intelligence and consciousness, and they live in adaptation to nature. Due to that